Good morning, trading world. And here we are again in this crazy bipolar market. I have definitely never seen this before, but we have reached limit up this morning. We have uh, more than a few times reached limit down. The breakers are as follows. If we reach 5% down, the market will halt for 15 minutes, and then in the overnight session and then during the session, if it reaches 7% down, the market will halt for another 15 minutes. And if it reaches, I think it's 14%, 14 or 20%, somewhere around there, the market will then close the rest of the day. Um, what I didn't know is that those same breakers apply to the upside. So we have now uh, gone up 5%. So what you're looking at right now with these bars here, this is the halt on the market. So we won't have any more trading until the cash open at 9:30. Um, this morning, I am desperately looking for entries to the buy side. We will probably coming into a nice bounce. And as you know in this market, nothing is small. So this bounce could be 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 points. And this is a bounce. This is not, to say that, oh, we're coming out of it. This is just a bounce. When the market moves to any level of degree, it has energy. And once it exhausts that energy, it has to rebuild that energy by consolidating or compressing a spring. Um, like I told you, I showed you in an earlier video where we were just basically bouncing around in 1,000 point range. Let me go back to kind of show you on the daily chart, where if you really pay attention, what has really been going on is that we bounce, compress into this 1,000 point range, which is doesn't seem much like compressing because we're moving so far, so fast. But it's building up energy to then expand that energy. And you see, we compressed in that 1,000 point range, and then boom, we had a nice move down. I am expecting the same thing. We are not out of that phase yet. So, going back to today's levels, we'll go over that with you because it will be kind of crazy. All right. Um, these are just levels that I'm looking for during the session. There will be levels in between because this session could go so crazy and move so far, so fast that um, we may move outside of these levels because that's just the type of market we're in right now. Jack support. Again, like I said, I'm looking for entries to buy or be on the upside for a little while and see what we can do or how much more we can bounce. Hopefully, we haven't used all of that up in the overnight session, but we're looking at the Jack support of 75.80, Queen support of 74.50, King support of 7,400. Resistance areas where I wouldn't mind taking shorts from. The first Jack resistance level is 76.50. Queen resistance is 77.16. And king resistance is 77.90. With that being said, there are pertinent levels in between. I'll give you those on the resistance side. We have 76.22, which is going to be somewhere in here. I'm going to be looking for that. See how it reacts there. 76.90 is another area of importance, which is going to be up around that area. And then 77.42, that's going to be around this area where I'll keep an eye on. And then 78.15 is definitely a area where it's a big area of importance to me, where I'll be looking to see if we make it to that area from this bounce. Definitely looking for a reaction there to short. Support, the areas in between, the first one that I have is 75.40, which is around here. Then 73.53, 73.53, which is down here, right about there. And then an area that I'm looking at for us maybe to fall back to or retest is going to be 72.25. So that's going to be right around here. This 72.25 area. Looking to retest that. So we have an expansive range today. Usually I try to know the difference between range days and trend days. It's very important to your account and how you look at things or risk things. But in this type of market, it's very hard. Well, it's not hard to determine the difference, but the ranges are so expansive that you basically have to trade the range day almost with the same principles as a trend day because the ranges are so large. May not really make any sense right now, but that's just how things have been working. The ranges are incredible. That's the plan for today. We're going to see how much we drop off of this limit down. Coming off of this limit up, I mean, we're probably going to get some sell side activity. People, coming back trying to capitalize. But again, you have to realize with such expansive range and so much selling, pretty much most of this bounce is short covering. It's not real buying yet. And this is how the rallies kick off when they talk about a V spike reversal. It usually starts with the short covering. And through the short covering, some buying starts to take hold. But even at a move this level, I could say pretty much most of this is still just short covering. So, as a little guy, with a surfboard in the ocean, I'm just looking to ride the wave in whatever direction it takes. That's basically how I look at trading. I'm not a market mover. I just look to ride the wave in whatever direction it's going. So, it's best not to get run over. You move with it. So, that's what I'm looking for trade-wise and something very important is to be on the side of momentum today. Um, Very important because you're not going to get that many divergences because of the ranges. And the sharp moves. It's not taking time to build up a divergence. So you definitely have to be on the side of momentum and watch it carefully because it swings quick, and when it swings it's violent and it could really take you out. So you have to be very fast and be on that side of momentum. So that is it for this trading day. The outlook for March 13th, 2020. Wishing you luck in your trading. Be profitable, and again, always have your risk defined, especially in this market. And again, good luck.